Welcome to Workplace Violence Prevention, an abridged edition of the Workplace Safety Training Program. Join us as we learn some of the basics in preventing workplace violence. First, how would you define a safe workplace? The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, under the U.S. Department of Labor, requires employers to provide a work environment free from recognizable hazards that are causing or likely to cause death or serious harm to employees. Who can perpetrate violence, and what constitutes a workplace? Workplace violence incidents can be divided into categories depending on the relationship between the assailant and the worker or workplace. Violence by personal relations is committed by someone who has a personal relationship with the worker, such as a current or former spouse, partner, friend, or relative. Violence by strangers occurs in two general ways. First, the stranger has no legitimate relationship to the worker or workplace and enters the workplace usually to commit a robbery or other violent act. Second, the worker is victimized by strangers outside the workplace, but while performing a job-related function. With violence by coworkers, the perpetrator has an employment relationship with the victim, meaning the perpetrator can be a current or former employee, prospective employee, coworker, or supervisor. And with violence by customers or clients, the violence is committed by someone who receives a service provided by a business, such as a current or former customer, client, patient, passenger, criminal suspect, or prisoner. A further distinction can be made between inherent violence and situational violence. Law enforcement can be considered inherently violent because part of the enforcement officer's job description is to deal with violent people. In contrast, employees in a business office are not expected to routinely deal with violent behaviors, but something in the situation may induce an otherwise nonviolent client or customer to become violent. As you can see, workplace violence can occur within a range of settings and relationships. Now that we know more about what workplace violence is, let's look at some statistics related to it. You may be surprised to learn that annually, 1 in 4 workers are attacked, threatened, or harassed, causing 500,000 employees to miss 1.75 million days of work, and costing businesses $13.5 billion in medical expenses. Unfortunately, these figures indicate that workplace violence occurs more than it should. That is why it is important for all of us to learn what we can to prevent it. Despite what is at stake, why are employees often hesitant to report inappropriate behavior? Frequently cited reasons include the 3 C's: confidentiality, camaraderie, and concern. With confidentiality, they might feel as if they were breaking a friend's trust. Regarding camaraderie, they might not want to be viewed as a troublemaker or snitch. And regarding concern, they may worry that reporting inappropriate behavior could result in retaliation against them or their family. Any one of hesitation's 3 C's is understandable, but the action you take can play a very important role in preventing a violent act. So what are the warning signs we should be aware of? Just because an individual behaves a certain way does not guarantee or predict that they will perpetrate some type of violent action. However, a small subset of individuals who have demonstrated these behaviors or warning signs will, typically after some sort of precipitating or triggering event. Signs to watch for are violent and threatening behavior. The person may show signs of hostility or approve the use of violence. Strange behavior. The person may become reclusive, neglect his or her appearance and hygiene, or behave erratically. Emotional problems. The person may grow dependent on drugs and/or alcohol, or become depressed and make unprovoked emotional outbursts. Performance problems. The person may have repeated and unexplained absences or excessive tardiness. Interpersonal problems. The person may have numerous relationship conflicts and show hypersensitivity and resentment towards others. Be aware that it is not always easy to differentiate warning signs from behaviors that simply demonstrate anger or frustration. Still, if you have a particular concern about somebody's behavior, you should inform human resources or other appropriate personnel in your company. It is crucial that you understand your role in helping to prevent workplace violence. That way, together we can maintain a safe and respectful work environment. Your role is to understand how to recognize warning signs and report these to your manager, HR generalist, or security director. In the case of an emergency, call 911 directly. Remember, this program is important to you for 2 reasons. First, you may be a witness to workplace violence or its warning signs. Your thoughtful and prompt intervention may be critical in preventing a harmful situation from developing. Second, you may be a potential victim of workplace violence. Through this training program and other initiatives, our company is taking measures to prevent any such occurrence. By participating in this program, you have taken an important step toward keeping your work environment safe, because early detection is key. Thanks for your participation in this abridged edition of the Workplace Violence Prevention Training Program. Please take the time to explore other areas of the Parkley website or contact us for more information about the services we provide.